Every night before bed, the boy would secretly eat dozens of cookies. At that moment, two tiny figures would seize the opportunity to slip into his mouth, gnawing on the crumbs stuck between his teeth. In search of a steady food supply, they began to corrode the boy's teeth. Little Red turned her hair into a drill, boring into the decaying teeth, creating new paths for herself and Little Blue. Little Blue used her hair to polish the teeth, smoothing the hole, and began to build a house inside. The boy remained unaware, even developing the bad habit of not brushing his teeth. By the time he went to school, the little figures had already settled into his teeth, starting major renovations. Soon, they reached the nerves, and the excruciating pain made the boy clutch his cheek. But the pain only intensified over time. The two little figures grew bigger, and the space they had originally occupied was no longer enough, so they decided to expand their home. They polished the boy's teeth frantically, decorating their home lavishly, furnishing it with furniture, and even creating separate rooms. However, they didn't stop there, even building a slide in the teeth to play on. One day, while the boy was playing soccer, a sharp pain hit him, so intense that he couldn't continue the game. His cheeks swelled rapidly. Yet despite this, the boy kept eating ice cream and snacks, and the crumbs between his teeth became the little figure's food. Every time the little figures moved, the boy felt intense pain because the inside of his teeth was completely destroyed. The little figures threw parties in his mouth, while the boy writhed in pain on the floor. Finally, the boy began brushing his teeth regularly, and every time the clean water and toothpaste entered his mouth, the little figures scurried away in fear, but they quickly found a hole, slipping in to hide. Still, the boy felt something foreign in his teeth, so he went to the dentist. The dentist used a light probe to examine his teeth, immediately spotting the little figures. The dentist took out his tools and began treatment, and the little figures, terrified, scattered everywhere, but there was nowhere to run. In desperation, Little Red fought back with all her might, but had no strength against the drill. As the doctor injected the filling material, the little figures were finally eradicated, wrapped up in the boy's mouthwash, and ultimately spit out, flowing down the drain and into the sea, where they began searching for their next host.